what's very different than horror in movies. Horror generally is things that are, frighten and upset us and repulse us. Blumhouse really started after Paranormal Activity. I had produced various movies and couldn't really find my footing. And then we made Paranormal Activity, and what Paranormal Activity is it combined, I kind of had 1 foot in studio filmmaking and 1 foot in independent filmmaking. And Paranormal combined studio and independent. It was an independent movie released by a studio. And that to me was perfect for what I wanted to do. I wanted to make independent movies that are released by studios, and that's still what we do. I mean, a lot of things about the business have changed. We have a big television company now, which we didn't have initially, but the core of the business is we make independent movies released by studios. And in fact, that's what Invisible Man is. My favorite filmmaker of the genre is Hitchcock. He's by far my favorite, and his movies are really my favorite genre movies. That falls into a different category of specialized horror, and it's not my cup of tea. I like horror that is scary and fun, and Midsommar more than The Witch, but both of those movies are more gross than scary, and I prefer scary to gross. I think the spirit of the H.G. novel is in the movie, not particular plot points, but I think there's definitely the spirit of it. The shooting was about 30 days, a little over 30 days, and we cast Elizabeth because we had her in a film we did, in our film called Us. So I met her on Us, and I had admired her work in Handmaid's Tale before Us. And then we really liked working with her in Us, and the idea of casting Elizabeth Moss came from Donna Langley, who's the woman who runs Universal, and Us we did in conjunction with Universal, and I loved the idea. I hadn't thought of it, but I loved it, and Lee loved it too, and she was one of the first people we went to, and we gave her the script, and she responded very positively, and very quickly after that she had agreed to do the movie. I think it's it's definitely more of a thriller than a horror, and I think that's more Lee's taste. Insidious is more, it's not necessarily a very bloody series. Insidious is more scary and thrilling, and there's actually a lot of humor in Insidious. I don't know if you saw Upgrade, that was Lee's last movie. But that also, there was one very bloody shot in it, but it wasn't particularly a horror. So I think Lee's style is more thriller than straight horror, than Saw. He kind of hasn't done a movie like Saw ever since he did the first Saws. He hasn't kind of repeated that. No, you never expect. The only person who expected it to become such a success was the director, but no one else did. Well, I think it's very different after Get Out. I think Get Out was recognized by the Oscars. It didn't win Best Picture, but Jordan won for screenplay. And I think that changed Oscar voters. And I think Parasite really is a genre movie in a lot of ways. And I think the Oscars recognized Parasite. And I think the groundwork for that happened from Get Out. And I'm happy now. I feel like the Academy is more open to looking at horror as possible contender for Academy recognition. A remake that I haven't, I'd love to do Friday the 13th.
El verdadero talento de Adrian era saber manipular a la gente.
¡No te acerques más! ¡Eh!
No estoy loca. ¡Por favor, tienen que creerme!
Está diciendo que la persona que quiere matarla está en este cuarto ahora, pero no podemos verla.
Está escuchando. ¿Dónde estás? ¿Dónde estás? ¡Déjate ver! ¡Venga! ¡Que te vea! Ahí estás.